In the quiet village of Willow Mist, surrounded by tall mountains and peaceful rivers, life moved gently like the drifting petals of a cherry blossom. Children flew kites near the rice paddies, elders sipped tea beneath willow trees, and shopkeepers opened their stalls each morning with cheerful bows. Among them lived a young man named Liang. Liang was not like everyone else. While the other villagers were happy tending their gardens or mending clothes, Liang dreamed bigger. He didn't just want to live a simple life, he wanted to be great. He wanted to be remembered. He wanted to build something amazing. Each night, Liang would sit near the pond, sketching in the dirt with a stick, thinking of ideas. His eyes sparkled like stars, and his thoughts ran wild like a horse on an open plain. One night, as the moon shone silver across the water, Liang whispered to himself, "I will open a noodle shop, the best one in all of Willow Mist. Everyone will come to eat." But as he thought more, another idea bounced into his mind like a skipping stone. Wait, I could also sell bamboo toys. Every child in the village would love them. 2 businesses, 2 dreams, I'll do both. Just then, an old voice floated from the shadows. "A man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither." Startled, Liang looked up and saw Master Chen, the village's wise elder, sitting beneath a willow tree. His beard was long and white, and his eyes were kind but sharp like they had seen everything. Liang grinned. "But Master Chen, why choose just 1 rabbit when I can catch 2? I will show you it's possible." The old man only smiled and closed his eyes again. Liang took it as a challenge. The very next day, he got to work. He borrowed coins from friends, traded favors with neighbors, and bought what he needed: a cart, some bowls, chopsticks, and a big pot. He began cooking noodles using his grandmother's secret broth recipe. Thick, tasty, and full of spice. He sold them on the village path, and soon people started lining up with empty bellies and happy smiles. But Liang wasn't done. With the rest of his money, he bought bamboo from the river's edge and carved toys by hand: flutes, horses, tops, and dragons. He set up a stall next to his noodle cart and called it Little Liang's Toys. Children squealed with joy. Parents praised his work. The village buzzed with excitement. And Liang, feeling proud, shouted to the sky, "Look at me, 2 rabbits, and I'm catching them both." But as the days passed, things began to change. Each morning, Liang had to decide, should he prepare the noodle broth or carve toys? If he focused on one, the other would suffer. If he made the broth, he had no time to carve. The toys came out uneven or snapped too easily. If he carved the toys, the broth would burn or taste plain. People started to notice. "These noodles aren't as tasty as before," complained old Mrs. Ming. "This panda flute doesn't work," cried a child. Liang rushed to fix things, running back and forth, sweat pouring down his face. He tried to stir the pot with one hand and carve with the other, but it was too much. His mind was pulled in 2 directions like a tug of war inside his head. Still, Liang told himself, "I just need to work harder. I can do both." Then one week, dark clouds rolled over Willow Mist. Rain poured down. The wind howled like a dragon. The bamboo toys got wet and cracked. The firewood under his noodle cart soaked through, and Liang couldn't light it. He tried to fan the fire while drying the toys at the same time, slipping in the mud and splashing soup everywhere. Villagers watched in silence. Some shook their heads. "He's doing too much," someone whispered. "He should pick one thing and do it well," said another. But Liang refused to give up. "I won't choose between my dreams," he said stubbornly. The next day, a traveler came to the village. He heard about the famous noodles and the fun toys. He ordered a bowl and bought a bamboo horse for his daughter. Hours later, he stormed back to the village center, furious. "This noodle made me sick," he shouted, "and this toy broke the moment she played with it." He snapped the bamboo horse in half and threw it on the ground. People gasped, some frowned, others walked away. Liang stood frozen. His face burned with shame. He had failed both his customers and himself. After that day, no one came. His cart stood alone. The toys gathered dust. The broth pot stayed cold. Liang sat there, head down, heart heavy. All his dreams were broken. Both rabbits had vanished into the fog. A few evenings later, as the sky turned orange and the crickets sang, Master Chen appeared again. He sat beside Liang without saying a word, just like before. After a while, he poured 2 cups of tea and handed one to Liang. "Tell me," the old man said softly, "what happens when you chase 2 rabbits?" Liang looked down at his cold hands. "They both run away," he said. Master Chen nodded slowly. "Each rabbit thinks you're not serious, but if you choose one, chase it with all your heart, and take every careful step, you might catch it. And who knows, the other may come back to you in time." Liang closed his eyes. "I've lost everything," he whispered. "No," the old man replied gently. "You've gained something more valuable. Wisdom. Now the real journey begins." The next morning, Liang made a decision. He put the bamboo toys away neatly into a wooden box. He cleaned the noodle cart, wiped every bowl, and began again, but slower this time. He focused only on the noodles. He chopped fresh vegetables, lit the fire carefully, and made the broth just like his grandmother had taught him, patiently, with love. When the first villagers came, they noticed. "This tastes like before," said Mrs. Ming, smiling. "Even better," said another. Liang didn't rush. He didn't juggle. He gave each customer his full attention, each bowl his full care. And slowly, people came back. One by one, day by day. He saved his coins, built a small kitchen with a roof, and hired helpers to wash bowls and chop vegetables. He taught them with kindness and clarity. Years passed, and his noodle shop became known not just in Willow Mist, but in nearby villages too. Travelers came from far away just to eat a bowl. He called the shop the Rabbit's Bowl. But Liang never forgot his lesson. He kept the bamboo toys in that same wooden box, not to sell, but to remind himself of the past. One day, a young boy stood outside the shop, peering through the window. "Master Liang," the boy said shyly, "I want to open a candy stall and a kite shop at the same time. What do you think?" Liang laughed gently and invited the boy in. He handed him a warm bun and said, "Let me tell you a story, young one, about a man who once tried to chase 2 rabbits at once." And so the story was told again, just as you're reading it now. And one quiet night, when the lanterns glowed and the wind was soft, Liang opened his old wooden box. He carved just one flute, slowly, carefully, and gave it to a child passing by. The child blew into it and laughed as the sound danced into the sky like a bird. And in that moment, Liang smiled, knowing that the second rabbit had returned. Not because he chased it, but because he had learned to wait. And from then on, Liang's name was remembered, not as the boy who failed 2 businesses, but as the man who learned to catch one rabbit the right way. Life lesson here is to focus your heart on one goal. Give it your full care. If you try to chase too many things, you might lose them all. But with patience, wisdom, and love, the right dreams will come to you. If you liked this video, please subscribe. And if you want more of this, like and comment, "Yes, more,"